You read the title right, okay? I don't care if this movie sucks. I don't care if the critics are calling it trash. I just want comedy to succeed, and of course, we should strive for good comedy, but this is a start.
Be sure to thank him.
What the?
Cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
I don't know if y'all know, but Harold and Kumar 4 is apparently in development. 24 Jump Street is happening. White Chicks 2 could potentially happen. The world is healing, and we can finally just giggle in peace. I'm under the belief that nothing is off limits when it comes to comedy as long as it's done in good taste. If the joke is bad and fails, you better make some goddamn apologies, but even a bad joke can be excused because not everything's gonna land. We follow Sarah Campbell, portrayed by Olivia Rose Keegan, who's doing a pretty good impression of Anna Faris' Cindy, who's the daughter of Cindy Campbell, trying to unravel the mystery of the murderer chasing after her and her friends. With no one else to turn to, Sarah seeks the help of Cindy and her old gang to hopefully put an end to the massacre. But perhaps they were the real target all along. Will they be able to stop Ghostface once and for all? Probably not, but hey, this is a parody movie. Who fucking cares? The gang is back in action, and while everyone may not be here or have much of a role in the overall plot, it's awesome to see a parody movie of this caliber in theaters again. And it's like nothing's changed. Everyone is giving the same energy they gave to their characters the last time they portrayed them. It feels so fucking good. Anna Faris is still hilarious as Cindy. The Waynes are, of course, always going to be over the top. And Regina Hall is Regina fucking Hall. She's great in everything. With all that being said, I must admit that this movie does kinda suck. I mean, the critics aren't all that wrong about it. Scary Movie 6 feels like it was written by some TikTok teenager trying to be edgy, but ends up being cringe. Every time a character opens their mouth to tell a joke, I'm constantly asking myself, where's the joke? When they finish talking, it takes me a second to realize that the joke already happened and I'm not giggling. What the hell happened? It felt like I was watching a Natalie Combs stand-up bit that never goes anywhere. Have any of y'all seen her? Sometimes I get reels of her, and every time I'm asking myself, where's the joke? People are laughing, but she isn't saying anything funny. I guess being hot has its perks. Anyways, yeah, most of the verbal jokes don't really land. They're trying really hard to be meta, breaking the fourth wall by literally mentioning other movies they're referencing. And while some of them did land, I wish they didn't overdo it. The best parts of the previous films were the visual gags that didn't explain anything. Don't just straight up tell audiences what movie you're referencing or what the joke is. Let us figure it out for ourselves. The best parts of this movie were the visual gags. That's not to say that there weren't some good verbal jokes throughout, but really, I was giggling at all the Easter eggs that weren't explained because I knew which movie they were referencing or parodying. It feels like a treat knowing which movie they're referencing or understanding what drama or Hollywood thing they're making fun of. In fact, the running gag of this movie is about studios trying to restart a franchise with newer, younger actors. I just wish that joke was delivered better because every time they strayed away from the core four, I was bored. I wasn't interested in the Jenna Ortega Wednesday parody. I wasn't interested in the Keke Palmer parody, nor was I interested in the parody within the parody with Sarah Campbell. They probably would have worked if Anna Faris and Regina Hall were more involved with the story, but they're unfortunately sidelined, which is the biggest fucking crime this movie committed. There were also some throwaway gags that felt absolutely wasted. The Terrifier and Michael Jackson parody were just one-offs to fill the time and have audiences say, oh, look, they know about this movie. Man, just so much potential, just wasted. I was really hoping for this movie to actually have some substance, nothing too deep or thematic, just a bit of subtlety with shits and giggles that make fun of the current zeitgeist, because that's how they've been marketing themselves as. And we got a little bit of that here it just needed more. Oh, and that Sinners bit we all saw in the trailer, that's also a throwaway. I mean, that's literally it. That's it. Like, that's what you saw is what you get. Guys, I'm gonna say something a bit controversial here, but I think they should have moved away from Ghostface and transitioned to another and maybe newer antagonist. While it is funny to see the different masks that they have for Ghostface, I think Scary Movie 6 could have benefited from a different villain. And you know, I was kind of hoping that they'd poke the bear, say or do or show something people would consider controversial or offensive, but none of that really happened. Strangely enough, this movie plays itself pretty safe. It's almost like they wanted to get offensive, but weren't sure if they should, so they neutered themselves a bit. I don't know, it's just disappointing. But beyond these issues, the return of this franchise is a telling sign of what's happening within the industry and really audiences in general. We want to laugh. We want to be able to just have a giggle with everything that's going on with our lives and the world. Yeah, this movie may have sucked, but it's a step in the right direction for Hollywood and the genre. More dumb comedy specialty items are showing up on the menu, and I'm excited to pre-order. Scary Movie 6 gets it was alright out of 4. Alright, that's enough of me. I'll catch you guys next time.